So, backstage, Gene Okerlund is with Tito Santana. Okerlund puts him over big. Santana says Barbarian is one of the greatest physical specimens he's ever met, but he will survive. Arriba! Then we have Barbarian versus Tito Santana, and it's a 4.5-minute match. And again, the commentators really put over Tito. They really, really put him over. Then Barbarian goes and wins with a top rope clothesline and gets the pin. Now, it's interesting this. I find this a really interesting little match. Stephen, why don't you give us your opinion?
Because I now know that both of you didn't like Jesse Ventura on this. I'm feeling a little bit ashamed at some of my enjoyment of his stuff. But I love some of the stuff that Jesse on this. He said that Tito's music reminded him of the Blue Note Club in Tijuana, where he used to go a lot in the Navy. And Gorilla retorted he thought he must have picked something up there, which is basically an STI gag live on WrestleMania. And then Jesse doubled down and started listing the names of ladies that he'd made friends with there. He also talked about Tito Santana serving the Barbarian some food that would give him the shits as like a tactic to win the match. And then Gorilla said, I like that kind of food, but it doesn't like me. And I feel your pain, Gorilla, because I'm the same. And the finishing clothesline by Barbie, if you can call him that, looked absolutely brutal. And he was still wearing his Powers of Pain gear, which I was quite surprised with, because he was kind of like medieval Barbarian by Survivor Series, wasn't he? Yeah.
Yes. Matt?
Do you know, almost every WrestleMania that we've watched tends to have that couple of minutes where, do you know, I'll just start to drift off to sleep. And this was one of those moments. It was just really bland. And it was just, to be honest, there was nothing remotely remarkable about this match to me. And it just put me to sleep. It was just nothing about it.
See, there was something remarkable for me about this match. That was the way that they really put Tito Santana over and then had Barbarian beat him. It felt like there was a dual purpose. The first one was that I think Tito enjoyed a more popular and bigger place in WWF that is often acknowledged. Like, he was really quite important to them as a company for a long time. Had been an Intercontinental Champion prior to 85. Had been in the company since I think like 79 possibly. So he'd been around a long time. He'd fulfilled quite a big role. I think he was probably quite important to them, or they felt like he was important anyway to them for the Latino audience as well. I think that was actually quite a big part of Tito's appeal. So they wanted to protect him, but at the same time they really wanted to put Barbarian over. Now I'm assuming Barbarian got put in some program, probably with the Warrior or someone, during the months after WrestleMania, and they were just trying to build up another good monster type wrestler that they could have someone, one of the baby faces, go up against. So it just really stood out as quite I guess actually, in fairness, a textbook example of how you build someone is that you have them beat someone you just made a big deal out of. Yeah. It sounds so simple, but it was just really stark here. I'd never seen it quite so explicitly done with this promo that's before the match and then the commentary team during it. I like Barbarian. I think he's all right. And I thought this was okay, but a little bit messy at the start, but it wasn't long either. So it's not like they had long to recover, but I thought it was fine.
I think that the Warrior and Barbarian might have done a Saturday Night's Main Event match, which would make complete sense. But my fingers weren't quite fast enough to get there in time. No, I'm wrong about that. They did not. So I take that back.
Be interested to know what he must have been in a program with someone anyway, Barbarian, after this, that was considered relatively important at the time.
Well, he was the one that Hogan pinned, the last one Hogan pinned in the 99. What's wrong with me? 1990 Survivor Series, wasn't he? So he was obviously pushed for the remainder of this year.